Welcome to Sunday Night Jaw Harp Live, where we are playing jaw harps and mouth musical instruments from around the world. I've been playing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. One that caught my interest earlier, a couple hours ago, this Gorka here. This one doesn't have a draw. Some of them are really, really clean, and some of them are really fuzzy with long draws. Oh, Master Gorkaram. Hey, I'm playing your harp. Namaste. Let's see. Let's play another harp. That one was made by Gorka. Is asymmetrical brass or asymmetrical steel morchung. Let's try one. Let's go on over to the Czech Republic. This is a Brummel. A Sisolka, be a Sisolka Robach in D2. Playing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, some Derome as well. Where's my Derome? We have this Blackfire. This is a Zalogi Blackfire Derome from Hungary. I like the one around A1. They're all pretty good. They're all loud, but this particular A1 caught my interest. And his dad used to make him. His dad was Zoltan Zalogi. The son who makes it is Aaron Zalogi. Here it is with bringing my lips on and off, because that changes it too when you're going, and then you add in some breathing. Coyote Educator says, "What am I watching?" Oh, that you were watching Sunday Night Jaw Harp Live. How are you doing? This is a style of jaw harp, Jew's harp, or mouth harp. This particular one is from Hungary. This is a Hungarian Derome by Zalogi. It's played up against the teeth. It creates a spectrum of overtones in your mouth, and then you're able to manipulate it by breathing and by changing mouth shape. It has a vibrating reed, which vibrates kind of like a guitar string would, and then it's the overtones for it are going into your head. Basically your head or your mouth is the acoustical resonating chamber that a guitar would have, kind of. But because if you just had a vibrating string, it wouldn't make a whole lot of sound. But when you put it over a box, an acoustical resonance chamber, basically a box with a hole in it or a cavity with a hole in it, and it vibrates, those resonant frequencies are amplified. Same thing with a jaw harp. When it's just by itself, isn't doing much, but when I put it over my mouth, and the added benefit of a jaw harp is you can change the shape of your mouth while you're playing it. So you're changing kind of the timbre and changing the overtones it produces. Just listen. Here's the sound it makes all the time. As my tongue goes up, the pitch can be raised. And the reason that is, and I have a video coming out on the YouTube channel next week, next Friday, on Bebcorp Harpery on YouTube on that, but on the reason that your mouth is acoustically resonant will be coming out next Friday. Because see, it's not making a bunch of sound by itself, but played over my mouth, I can change it. And when your tongue goes up, if you think about your mouth cavity, I just want to do an exercise with me. Say the word low bowl. Low bowl. Where's your tongue? Your tongue's kind of in the bottom of your mouth. So it's creating this larger resonant chamber here. Low bowl. When my tongue's just held there, creates a lower overtone pitch or amplifies the lower overtone pitches. As your tongue goes up, like when you say the word knee, tree, your tongue goes knee, tree, low, bowl, knee, tree. Your tongue goes higher in your mouth, so there's a smaller resonant chamber, so the higher frequency overtones or the higher overtones are the ones that are amplified. Here, we'll go low, bowl, knee, tree. Then you can start adding breath to it. I'm just going like. Tongue is moving up and down. I'm breathing in and out, and I'm opening and closing my glottis. I can create a rhythm there. I can start bringing my lips off of it to add to that rhythm. There's a bunch you can do with a jaw harp. It's just and you're already using these faculties when you talk, when you sing, when you holler, because your vocal cords are vibrating, and then your mouth is kind of helping amplify and making those sounds work their way out in a positive way. So you're already using the techniques you'd use on a jaw harp on a daily basis when you talk. Although I'm not ever vocalizing when I'm playing the harp. I'm not singing through the harp. I'm like, hey, yo. I'm letting the harp vibrate and create the frequencies for me. Let's see, what should we play? Oh, another harp I was playing a lot of. Don't know where he's at. Oh, it's out in the car, as I had it earlier. But I've been playing a lot of the Harp-knobs. Here is... Here's a harp. It's 432 hertz. It's a G2 Harp-knob. I think it's G2. It's either G2 or F2. Comment if you can tell what fundamental frequency this is. Yeah, this should be G2, or it's at least marked G2. One-Eyed King says, what are like the history of these? When did they use them? Well, not a lot about the early history of jaw harps is known. I think it goes back. They can be found all over Asia. They can also be found in parts of Europe as well, and other countries, and around the world. In different countries. But the oldest, I'd say, are probably Asian. The oldest archaeological find of them was 3,000 years ago. Some 3,000-year-old pieces of jaw harps made out of like a horse bone, kind of in this fashion, where it was pluckable and you play it up against your lips. Although this one is bamboo, but that was from the Altai region of Russia, but they're found all over India, Nepal, Russia, China, Siberia, Yakutia, Ukraine, Hungary, Estonia, Norway. They're found all over the place in various formats. Now, let's play one from Russia. This is a Russian Vargan by Haretdinov. I think it's G2 in the 432 hertz scale. How many of these do I own? It varies. I just gave some away to a friend, but I don't know. 203 maybe, or 197, 190. I'm not sure. At some point I'm going to count them, but no, they kind of just migrate around, and I'll play 15 or 20 of them a weekend. Oh, that's an easy one to get lost in. Playing one out of Russia. Now let's go on over to. Let's play a Ukrainian drum, but that was a Russian Vargan. And Vargan probably encompasses every style of harp because there's every style of Vargan out there. This is a Ukrainian drimba, kind of like the Carpathian. I'm going to call this the Carpathian shape. This one's by Alexander Jernovoy. It's got a recurve trigger, not a full loop, so you don't want to pluck it inward and then also pluck it outward. You'll end up on an outward pluck, you'll end up catching it and it'll kind of hook into your finger and bend the reed. So you only want to pluck these toward yourself. Are you a teacher, and how did you get into this hobby? Well, I do teach people to play the jaw harp via videos and stuff. I have done a couple of classes in just free jaw harp classes in public before, but most of all, I just teach people. I just make videos on how to play the jaw harp, and I got into the hobby about 6 or 7 years ago. 8 maybe. 2016, early 2016. Pancharelli says, that's a really good question. Is the sound all from the instrument, or do you use something vocally? Now, the instrument is vibrating. It's creating the vibration. I'm changing the shape of my mouth and breathing and my tongue orientation and doing percussive things with my tongue, but I'm not vocalizing at all. I'm not using my vocal cords. I'm also the acoustical resonating chamber. Think of like a guitar string over a acoustic guitar. You have this box, the hole in it, where the sound can go in, bounce around, reinforce itself, and come back out louder. Same thing with my mouth, only my mouth shape, the cavity is changing. I'm breathing. I'm like going, wheel, 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 but I'm not vocalizing at all. I'm yeah, that drimba is Dernovoy are exceptionally good. There's a lot of good drimba makers there in Ukraine. Notably, I'd say Dernovoy, Veskovich, Plekhanov, Niga. Oh, I know I'm forgetting somebody. Ovcharenko, can't forget about Ovcharenko. I have an Ovcharenko somewhere. Where's the Ovcharenko that I really want? Hello, Ovcharenko. Where's an Ovcharenko? He's out of Ukraine as well. I have one that looks like this, and he only made two of these wolf ones. I bought both of them. I gave one of them to my brother. Haven't played it a bunch, though. I've played it a bit. All the Ovcharenko play really well. What's your favorite song on that? Says Mad Citizen. Well, it's a great question. I don't really play songs other people have done. I will play around with like doing a rhythm or a breathing pattern, and I'll just repeat it over and over and over again. And every once in a while, vary it a little bit, but come back to that same rhythm. Let's just try that. Let's just. If I wasn't breathing at all and just doing the tongue orientation, here's what it'd be like. Anyways, we're going to wrap it up with that. I love y'all. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more harp. And make sure to keep your harps clean. Make sure ha! English is hard after you go on a breathing exercise like that. Make sure to keep your arms clean, keep them dry, and keep them oiled. But most of all, be good to each other. I love y'all. Harp out. And I'll see you next Sunday for Sunday night Jaw Harp Live.